Stacy, hi.
Hi, how is everyone? What a disaster. We tried to really give different roles to different people, and
I unmuted myself, but I can't unmute you.
I know, I thought I unmuted myself, and then I was muted again. So I must have done it to myself.
I'm Jason Ross.
And I'm Stacey McGonigal, and welcome so much to the Monday of the Regulars. Listen, you know, we are just, my life is a nightmare, but I'm wearing double gold, and there's just empty poo bags that haven't been used just on the corner of my desk, and I refuse to change.
I wouldn't have noticed those. Like, to me, those, I think I watch you in a different size than maybe our viewers do, because every time you're like, oh, that's that. I watch it, so we're like the two little small thumbnails.
Okay.
So that to me just looks like crystals or something in the back. Your poo crystals, you know?
Amazing. I'm really glad that you didn't. I got nervous when you said I see you in a different size. Because I simply cannot today. I'm too soft. I can't handle it. I just can't. I just can't. I feel like the chat is going through it a bit.
Barbara says your lip is killing it. So.
Oh, thank you. That's really nice. Thank you.
There you go.
I also just love this comment. Is it sad that I love all brand? I think it's delish. I love Barbara. I love that comment. I love that that's here on the Regulars today. And I'm not even being sarcastic. I'm not going to go back and
see where that came from. I'm hoping that just came out of nowhere. That's my hope.
Yeah. I would just love if our Monday crew was talking about all brand, because let me tell you, wouldn't hate it. I loved all brand. I still love it. Even as a kid, everyone thought I was like nasty. And I was like,
because as a kid, that is nasty.
I disagree. Yes, they do.
I didn't.
This is the problem, is like,
that seemed like rabbit food to me. I was like, you're feeding me the same thing you feed the rabbit.
No, you're wrong. You are wrong. My parents, first of all, I lived with my grandmother growing up. And so for her, whatever she ate, I was like, I'm eating this.
This explains a lot of things, actually, because I don't think I knew that. Yes, you're the oldest soul I know. So like, now it's great.
Can I tell you why I was running a bit late today? I have been dealing with a cyst, which we talked about before, which is so gross. But all weekend I've just been schlubby and gross and feeling disgusting. And I woke up and I was like, I refuse to be gross. So you know what I thought I really needed to do was find the best brooch. It wasn't like get the titties out.
Where is it?
I was just panicked, so I double golded.
I see. So you were late because you're like, oh, I was scrambling for it. Didn't succeed.
Jason, I put curlers in my hair this morning. I was walking around with curlers in my hair. Thank you. It looks no different than my usual routine, but it just felt fancy. So I did it.
I put on a nice warm cardigan. I'm in a basement, so.
You look great. I'm really glad that you allowed me to unpack. You look nice. I think this is a great cardigan for you.
Oh, thanks. I feel like it gives me no shoulders, so I'm like,
no.
Well, great.
You do look really yellow, like you're a bit of a jaundice baby.
Yeah. Well, I'm in these fluorescent lights. I don't know. Maybe I can adjust it on my phone or something. I'll do that next time, but I didn't realize.
No, you look great.
Until you're on and you look like you're alive, and yes, I look like a Simpsons character.
Well, first of all, I've never watched The Simpsons and went, this isn't a great way to spend my time. Hey, Vic, do you mind not scratching your asshole? Because we're sort of doing something. Thanks so much. Anyways, Cirillo, the double necklace you're wearing is perfect. Thank you. But Jason has a blue background now, and we can kind of mess with this. I wish it was green, because then we could really take you places.
Here's the thing. I think I have a green one. So maybe Wednesday.
Oh. If you get a green screen, I'll get a green screen. We'll do green screen Wednesday.
I will check, because it's whatever's in my parents' house, but I'm pretty sure my mom was like, I got a blue one down there and a green one. Just pick one. So I was like, great.
You know, I think about like my parents' house and like how I used to live, and like they just let my sister paint her room neon green. What a disgusting color. Like what was
my room was painted like this. I called it Lego blue, and I was like, yeah, I'm going to paint my room Lego blue.
I'm going to tell you this. If and I'm putting it on the vision board, ever owned a home and had a child, if they're like, I want to paint it purple. I'd be like, no, that's just not. That's simply not happening.
Why? Let them do what they want to do. Let them paint it. Then they got to live in it.
Yeah, but then you know what happens when you live in a lime green room? You go nuts.
Yeah, I think that's yellow. It's a yellow room.
Yeah, because my nephew now lives or sleeps in my sister's old bedroom, and every time I see it, I'm like, "Do you like that color?" He's like, "It's boogers." Like, yeah, man. Agreed. Yeah.
Nothing wrong with that.
Yeah, what was with the lime green in the pink room? We all did.
Did you not just have posters everywhere anyways as a child?
Oh my God. Like, you should have called my room the Horny Palace. Like, there couldn't have been. There couldn't have been. First of all, there was not even aspirational posters. There wasn't like Britney Spears. Like, I wasted no square footage. I just wanted beef cakes on.
Oh,
just
that's
like,
what you mean.
Okay,
When I say I wasted no square footage, it's because literal, and this is literal, you could not see my actual wall.
Yeah, me neither. But it was organized. Like, I had my favorite boy bands, and then I had a British boy band section.
Okay.
And then I had like.
Did you have the Bros? Do you remember? Was it the Bros or something like that? Those two guys from like Australia?
No.
Okay.
I never had the Bros. But then I had boy bands that like I kind of respected, but I didn't get their vibe, like a 98 Degrees, which, you know, we're huge fans of here on this pod.
Nick Lachey and the other two. Yeah.
There was three others.
There was three others?
Yeah, because there was Nick Lachey's brother, Drew. Then there was the other guy. And then there was the old one.
Wow. Okay, then I'm wrong. Wasn't there a group like that had only 3 members? And I was like, and they're like, this is how we're different.
There's 3. We're different. There's 3. I don't know.
I thought 98 Degrees was 3 dudes. But all right.
Oh my God.
You know better than I do. You had posters up, so.
Yeah, and I think there was 2 Drews in 98 Degrees. There was Drew's brother and then the old Drew. Or maybe his name was Jason. We've unpacked
Drew's
this
brother,
before.
Nick Lachey?
Can someone look this up for us? I wish we had a producer. We just don't.
Jameson.
Megan says that she had a secret shrine to Andrew Keegan in her closet. Don't regret anything, Megan, because that's actually perfect. And here's a little known fact.
Who's Andrew Keegan?
Thank you for asking. So he was a 90s hot boy, and he was in 10 Things I Hate About You. And Andrew Keegan started a cult. He currently is the leader of a cult.
Oh, it's lasted since the 90s?
No. He started a cult like in the 2000s.
That's still going strong. He's
Thank you,
almost 20
Stephanie.
years in.
Jeff, Nick, Drew, and Justin. I want you to guess who the older guy or like the
older one is? Justin.
Yeah. That was easy. But Andrew
Eiffel
Keegan.
65. I'm loving everything that's coming out here. Jesse McCartney. Richard Grieco.
Okay, that's something you'll like. There you go.
That's my fave.
That's one free. That's one for Jason and Jason alone.
That's true.
No, I like it was such like, I mean, oh my God. And Jameson wants to know if it was like very chamber or very horny palace. And let me tell you, it was a horny chamber, and I had the lock and the key very much secured. But like, and I had a bunch of new kids on the block because my brother was a huge New Kids fan, and then he got made fun of. So he gave me all their posters, all their VHS tapes, and I took it all. I said,
wow, he got that into it before he got made fun of. He's like, I've got all the VHS tapes and I'm ready to go.
New Kids on the Block is sick. Like, their stuff is great. Like, that's a long time to be saying It's like, think about it. It's a really long time.
That's just the Hanson brothers growing up from Mbop to That's all you're doing.
Oh my God. I once dated a guy who looked like one of the Hanson brothers a bit, and I was into it. It didn't end well, but for a bit it was really cool.
If you have that haircut, you instantly get to play a movie where
he didn't have long hair.
Oh, that's how the Hansons are all long hair. So what do you mean they had hair like the Hansons, but then it wasn't long hair?
I said he looked
like
one of the
except
Hanson
for the long hair.
Yeah, but I did. My first boyfriend had very long hair.
Ponytail.
Loved it. Used to braid it all the time.
Played a stand-up bass.
Oh my God, as if. Can you imagine? Do you think we'd be friends if I was like, this is my boyfriend, he has a stand-up. If any one of our friends dated someone who played the stand-up bass, I don't know. how we could proceed.
I think it would be a great. There would be progress in that friendship for sure.
You know what was really crazy? I don't know if you had some of these friends. Like, I love music a lot, but I'm not like, like people like love music and it's like their thing. What?
You know that people like music?
No. You know what I'm talking about. People who are really into music where you're like,
no, I
pump
get it.
the brakes
I
titch.
know what you're talking about.
Yeah,
for sure.
So like, I've lost my train of thought. Anyways, they're annoying. It'll come to me.
Is this about your old boyfriend with the ponytail, or is it about the stand-up bass?
Oh, this is what it was. So like I had a friend in university who was like so into music. Like it meant something. Where I was like, hey, we're just having a good time, but we can like
what was the big like off the beaten path thing that they liked that they would be like because I think during my age it was like when Jamiroquai first came out, you're like, you heard of this thing called Jamiroquai? Pretty
Jamiroquai,
cool.
you mean?
Whatever, I don't care.
And I wouldn't have either. I'd have been like, whatever. I think it's Jamiroquai, and I think we can still be friends, and we would have moved on. But like, I had friends make me like mix CDs, which was so cool back in the day, But like, I just couldn't get past people who were so into music, where like I needed to know the Wikipedia of every song, and I needed to know the nuance, and like. I think that's why I like pop music. It kind of just is what it is. Right.
Yeah, no, I like getting into music for sure, but I don't know. It's like if you go, what's your top 5 albums? I'm like, I don't know what song which is on. I don't know the album's names. I don't. Yeah. I like this song. Come it goes like this.
The pizza's here. Hey.
That was a parody of the song for a McDonald's commercial. Yeah. When they gave out pizza.
But if we had pitched at Second City, they'd have been like, no, we need some words at some point. Little do they know, it's very popular.
That's all you need.
Yeah. Barbara says, I saw Jordan in concert. Which Jordan? I don't know.
They're talking about, I think the Hansons grew up. Is there a Jordan Hanson? Because there was one mention that the older Hansons are actually handsome fucks.
Okay. Jameson said he watched The Tenant the other day, which he says is terrible. But in the opening scene, terrorists from an orchestra and crush a stand-up bass. It was the most feelings I had in that 2 hours.
When you say crush a stand-up bass, do they start attacking and then all of a sudden one of them grabs it and goes, check this out, and he crushes a solo on a stand-up bass?
Yeah. Someone stops the terror and goes, oh, hold on.
I haven't seen these since I was in fucking high school. Check out this. Darius, check this out.
First of all, a couple of things about what's going on here. There's people storming an orchestra. They have time and the volume to call their friend Darius over. Okay.
Yeah.
And second of all,
everybody down on the ground. Everybody down. Whoa, what's this? Darius.
Second of all, this guy hasn't seen a stand-up bass since high school. What's going on with this guy?
Well, he had one in the music room. It's not one of those things you go and purchase yourself, but like, it was in the music room, and I love to just like fucking slap those strings,
Slap those strings, make them your queen. You know what I mean?
You know how to get a girl to go with you to prom? Slap them strings.
Slap them strings, baby. Tamika, you're not an annoying friend at all. You know what we're talking about. Those people who can't let it go. It's like people who make coffee their personality.
Tamika still might be that person, but that's great. I want to know the information, but like I'm just not that person because I don't know.
So
I don't even know.
People.
I feel like everybody has their cup and you can fill it with whatever you want, but like as soon as it's to the top, you're done. So it's like I don't have room for that in my cup.
Yeah, I think I've already filled here's the thing with my cup.
I filled my cup with alcohol and it's just like
there's that. There's also like, I didn't see everything that was available on the table when we were pouring things into our cup. So I just grabbed, I think the trash and I poured it into my cup. Yeah. People want to know more about this Andrew Keegan cult. And I have no problem going into it.
Do you know about it?
Oh, yeah. If you want to do yourself a little favor, go on YouTube and search it. He's done many interviews and it's very strange. It's in LA.
Oh, okay. Is
I
it
think it's in
Mosaic?
Malibu.
Did he start Mosaic?
Hold on, let me see. I don't know the name of
Because
it.
that was huge for a hot beat. Hey, did you
Hot.
were you like because I don't know when this came in, but were you a part of is it going to prom? All of a sudden you have to turn your like asks for it into like a huge ordeal. Were you a part was that
Okay.
like during your shit?
This
Was
is
that during your time?
insulting. This is insulting to ask because if you think I was wanted or desired by anyone, you're nuts.
But I mean, like, did you see it happen at your school?
Oh, sure. Yeah. I saw it. We used to give out roses. You could like send Valentines from class to class. Never, ne'er a one. Now, I think that's why maybe I don't like roses now.
Yeah.
I hate roses.
No, because roses are just stupid.
Roses are just like, and maybe I'll do a pink rose, but even then, it's like roses. But I think it might be because I never got one in high school, and I'm projecting.
I think you have to be a very classic couple to give a rose, and then you're like, oh, that's kind of fitting. But like, I don't want to be that classic couple, so I'm not going to give a rose.
But
I'm going to give something else.
But I think this goes along with the fact that like you and I have basically had to do Chuck E. Cheese engagements, and like you see them and you're like, oof. And I think also maybe being, I don't know, maybe performers, we want something more low key, but I don't know. Promposals were certainly a thing in my school, but nothing like so elaborate that you see like on YouTube where it's like Carrie, it's like someone on a bridge being like,
Well, the ones that
no.
I see online, anyways, are all the ones where it's like everyone's like in the cafeteria, and then one person goes like, "Yeah, do this," and they do like a big thing, and then the girl's like, "No, thank you," and then you see everyone go, "Oh!" That's the end. That's the end of every video I watch. It's a proposal.
I think that's maybe my fear is like, again, I've said this once, twice, thrice, and I shall say it again, but I don't want a lot of attention outside. I really just want to like float and just kind of, if I was asked out on a date in that way, I might burst into a million pieces.
What happens to you when the kiss camera hits you at a like a baseball game?
Oh,
You're with a partner, like an actual partner that you would kiss in private, but like this comes on. What happens?
I'm doing a bit.
I don't know why that inspired such a big laugh, but yeah, of course.
I'd probably stand up and go, "Do you want me to kiss my brother?" And then I kiss him, maybe. All right, pucker up, bro. Yeah.
I'm trying to figure out how you would portray that, but that would be hilarious if you started making out and everyone's like, yeah, yeah, yeah. And it's like, but how do you get across? Yeah, we did it. That's my brother. That was my first kiss.
My first kiss was with my brother. It's good to know. I trust him. No, the kiss cam I've never been caught on. Yeah.
Well, I don't think it's got to be really hard to get caught on the kiss cam, but yeah.
I don't know. I used to go to a lot of games. It just never happened. But I just would never want that. What?
The cameraman would fly over and go, yeah. No.
I'm
Okay.
sure they do. I'm sure they do. I would really love to do a television show with you where we are the kiss camera operators.
That's the whole show. It's just
The whole show.
uh,
Our sad lives, but how we bring love. Okay, so let me just get to this Andrew Keegan thing.
Yeah. Okay.
I'm sitting in a way that's making the front of my body very, very available to me. I'm very aware of it. I'm not having it. Okay. In 2014, Andrew Keegan founded Full Circle, a community spiritual center
Okay.
called, based in Venice, of course. Vice characterized the organization as a new religion, while other outlets called it a cult.
But Vice said it was a new religion, and Vice knows what the fuck is up.
Cool. Cool. Are you listening to Vice? Are you listening?
All I'm saying is, as soon as I get back home, I'm going straight to Venice. I'm going to figure this shit out.
Jameson's talking about a couple that broke up moments before getting on the kiss cam. Also, who the fuck is taking someone to a baseball game and breaking up?
Everybody.
Have you ever broken up with someone in public?
No.
Me neither.
Not that I can think of. I'm just like, off the top of my head, I'm like, I think about breakups and I'm like, no. I think it was always like inside.
Is that one of your inside stories? Okay, wait. In 2015, Full Circle was busted by undercover agents for selling.
Oh,
okay,
wait
for selling.
for 1 second. For 1 second, because I think Elizabeth makes a point. When you say Venice, this is obviously Venice Beach, right? Like
Venice Beach, the original.
So not like Venice, Italy, but like
no, in Venice. Okay,
all cults are in Venice Beach for sure.
Okay, you're actually gonna die. You're gonna. Okay, this is like we couldn't even write a better joke. Seriously.
Okay.
Back in 2015, Andrew Keegan's cult, Full Circle, allegedly a cult, allegedly new religion, allegedly
new religion. So.
Yeah, was busted by undercover agents for selling illegal kombucha.
So what do you think was in that illegal kombucha? Do you think it was like peyote style tea, or was it just like weed tea?
Okay, well, we can look into this as I'm unpacking it.
Okay.
It says last year they faced financial difficulties and found themselves potentially unable to stay in their building, the Rose Temple, because Google and Snapchat moved into the neighborhood. They attempted to crowdfund.
In Venice Beach?
They attempted to crowdfund by selling rose quartz crystal bracelets. Like, is Andrew Keegan, does he have the mind of a 14-year-old girl? Like, I'm going to make bracelets.
I'm going to
sell some vinegar juice. Ew.
Venice Beach. Okay, so like it is expensive there. Because if you go to the actual beach, that's also like the dumpy tourist part of the beach for sure.
This is the problem with self-help.
It's expensive.
The problem with self-help, and this is something that they also touch base on in Seduced, which is the other NXIVM documentary, is about like the self-help world and how it's not really monitored by the FDA. So now Full Circle is transitioning from cult religion to spiritual healing. So they're doing sound healing, education, medical type practices, food and health. This is nuts.
I'm also like, because I'm reading this book right now that says at one point, like, sure, there's actual medical diagnosis of like depression and mental health problems, because mental health issues are huge. But also, this is the author's like, I worked in an advertising agency, and some of these diseases, like sad affective disorder, sad, I can't remember what's the A for, sad. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, I do.
Are created by marketing companies to sell things. Like that's they do make things up to be like, cool, man. Like if we just say this, if you have a like a general malaise and it happens during the winter, then you're going to self-diagnose as like as something.
General malaise. Who are you today? General malaise.
I'm wearing a dad sweater. I'm feeling good, man. You know.
My dad has never said general malaise. When
He's also never worn a sweater. He wears Aerosmith 3/4 inch sleeves and
I
rocks
freaking
out in
wish.
the basement.
No. Did I tell you he FaceTimed me to show me all the Halloween candy he had?
Still, he's like, check it out. December still got candy.
This was a few weeks ago, but I was like, hey, you never call. He's like, you want to see all this candy I have? I was like, this is nice.
I know, Elizabeth. This is what I think. It's obviously real. I'm not a doctor, and I'm not going to really get into this. But when I was reading this book, I was like, yeah, but like, is it doctors just going? I don't know. I've never heard it given as a diagnosis by a doctor, but I don't know.
Seasonal affectiveness disorder?
Yeah.
I certainly have it. I feel like this year, and I think because of the pandemic, I feel like when 4 o'clock hits, I'm like, has it always been this dark all of the time? It's just pitch black. You know? But sometimes doctor suggestions are concerning anyways.
Yes. I told you about my one doctor, right? That I went to a new doctor when I was in Toronto.
Oh my God.
And she
You've already been to a doctor here?
No, in Toronto when I used to live there. Because it's a story I told a while ago, but when I went to this woman, she was kind of like, she apologized about a lot of things. She's like, or just like really talked me through things, which made me felt more uncomfortable. But then like, she's like, let's just check. And she'd go on literally with me on her phone on WebMD to look things up. And I was like, I could have done this at home.
I feel like I've gotten a medical degree just this weekend, but I've been on so many forums, so many searches. There is like, I will say this. I feel like the education on women's health is terrible. And more often than not, when women have an issue with their bodies, I feel like 8 out of 10 times, and that is being dramatic for a point. Maybe it's 4 out of 10, but today it's 8 out of 10.
Yeah.
You know what the doctors will say? Have a bath. Have a sitz bath.
This is what you're personally going through right now.
Yeah, sit in a no, but like so many issues: period cramps, cysts, aches and pains. Have a bath.
Oh, that's what it is for. Okay,
have
great.
A bath.
That's what you're saying is for that. I think for little boys, it's walk it off.
Walk it off, and girls go have a bath. 1,000%.
Not to gender like this, but like little boys are like you got your alpha male parent there or whatever being like walk it off. Just walk it off. You're good.
You got period cramps. You need a little chocolate. No, I need a fucking Christmas-sized Toblerone bar for a family of 25. And Susan, if you tell me to have a bath, I'm gonna kill you with the Toblerone.
Just give me some OxyContin so I don't feel a thing, and we'll fucking move on.
Yeah, exactly. I have been on so many female forums. I literally just want to give up this career and just focus on
Here's another school
these
deep dive
forums.
then. When you had, I don't know if it was what a part of your curriculum
Jenny's
was.
so right. Take an Advil and lose some weight. Women's health. It's ridiculous. Well, how much wine are you having? I don't know. Get out of the kitchen. Yeah.
By the way, Snake King is really getting into this too. And it looks like I'm on the side of Snake King. So I guess I'm also don't trust pharma.
Well, I mean, we're not fucking Alex Jones over here, but I just, I think it's, I don't think they're putting a chip in anybody, but sometimes I'm just like,
It's in your blood.
It's
The
just
vaccine
like,
is just throwing chips into your blood and then they're following you around all day and they're taking your information.
have a bath, take an Advil. Have a bath, take an Advil. How about we deal with this? What's going on with me?
Yeah, I don't know.
I can't.
I think the thing is, it's like, look, we're all these living organisms that are like, decaying all the time. So it's like, you unfortunately, like you're going to go through terrible crap. And it's like, well, what can we do? I don't know. Your body's sore.
It is okay. Not to get too grossed out, but so I've been on this forum and it's been an incredible eye-opening place because so many women are giving home remedies. Because in the States, their medical bills would be too high. So they're trying to alleviate their issues before having to go to the hospital or deal with anything or have a hospital bill, which is concerning nonetheless.
Yeah.
But the home remedies that people are going through to deal with their stuff. Okay. So I'm dealing with a cyst or whatever. These are some of the home remedies.
Okay.
Turmeric and coconut oil.
Okay. This sounds like some advice you'd give me.
I know. I'm telling you everything. Turmeric and coconut oil. They say put that in. So some women have vaginal cysts, so it's inside them. Mm-hmm. Okay. They're putting turmeric and coconut oil in there. Or
okay.
Witch hazel, tea tree oil, calamine lotion.
Oh. Hot sauce.
Yeah. Like, I'm like, people are burning their skin. Like, it's crazy because they're just like, the doctors are like, have a bath.
Yeah.
Have a bath. So it's kind of, yeah,
I thought at one point
I threw up every day for a year. My doctor was like, I don't know, maybe it will just stop. And then it did.
Yeah, our bodies are weird things and they adjust, right? That's why it's like, things happen.
Oh, Lindsay, I'm not doing this. I'm just telling you what I came across. And I was like, why is it always witch hazel? Exactly, Elizabeth. I don't know. I like witch hazel, but
Also, isn't it witch hazel like a witch? Is that is that witch hazel or is that witch hazel like Elizabeth has spelled it? I only asked that because then it's like, yeah, it just seems even more fantastical if you're like,
it's witch,
it's witch
WITCH.
Yeah, so it even seems like it's like, yeah, we're just making shit up at this point.
Yeah, but it's people that are just desperate for. And here's the thing. So I was looking up all of these.
I think I've had a stroke. Like, look at my face now because now that I can see myself more on this camera.
No,
I'm
you're
like,
flipped. You're inverted. You're
either way. Like I know, so
no.
it's side or whatever. But like, look at my mouth. Half of it doesn't open.
No, but
I never
Jason,
noticed that before in my life, and now all
Jason,
of a sudden
it's because your camera's inverted.
No, because it's either one side or the other. It doesn't matter if it's mirrored or what side it's on. One side of my mouth doesn't open as much as the other
that's
side
fine. You're okay.
I
Just walk it. Just walk it off.
Yeah, I'll go have a pass.
Thanks, Jay.
That's better.
Ridiculous. All I'm saying is, It's all a dumpster fire, you know, just take a bath and relax. That's all I can say. But you know what was crazy? So I was looking up all these home remedies and I was like, these sound wild. I need to like look this up. So I found an article online and a man wrote it. And he was saying the things you should put in your vagina. And I was dying laughing because the comments were like, hey, this really helped. And he's like, we're really glad to hear that. And I'm like, are you really glad to hear that? And I was like, am I going to start a fight with this person from 2014 and this article from their personal website? Because like,
wait a minute, it was a personal website. This isn't even like a doctor or like
no, but it's like
scientifically going through this.
No, but you know when you think you're dying and you're like looking things up and it's like
every day,
and it's like medicalnumber1.com or whatever. You're like, okay, medical. You just gotta go to
WebMD. WebMD is the truth, man. Like they say everything about fake news. WebMD is the only reliable source anymore. That's just it, man.
Yeah. Jameson says he's really hoping for an all brand callback. He just got one. There it is. Oh yeah.
Get a bunch of all brand up your vagina and everything's fucking crystal clear.
Yeah. I did think, I was like, should I just try all these? Maybe write a blog about it. Maybe try and monetize it.
No.
I'm not. I would never. Are you kidding me? Mm-mm.
Is that a Tim Hortons cup? You're drinking out of a Tim Hortons cup?
Yeah, I ran out of coffee. It was one of those mornings where I was up early and I was like, look at me. Look at me. And then I didn't have any coffee and I was like, ugh. So I had to I just went to Tim Hortons. Let me tell you, it's not the most wonderful as it says. I don't know if
the most wonderful.
But it's fine. It's just crazy that we have we just have a coffee chain in Canada that we're just like, it's not great, but it's close to the arena. That should be the tag of Tim Hortons. You know? Okay, hold on. Jenny says.
We clicked on it at the same time. So obviously very interesting.
Did anyone watch the doc where the New York Times doctor writer crowdsourced diagnosis for people who had doctors stumped? No, but I'd like to.
That is where we're at. Let's get the idea of the general public and see what's up. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I'm all for a home remedy. Although I will tell you this, you know, one thing that did work was juicing and obviously increasing your water. So I am drinking water like a crazy person, but also juicing. Why are you laughing?
Just because coffee sucks butt everywhere.
It's true. I have no palate for coffee. Like if someone's like, oh, this is really good coffee. It's the same with music, isn't it?
Yeah.
Can you have something else about yourself than that you know good coffee? You know what I mean?
I tried to get into tea one time, so I went to one of those places where it's like you go.
That's even worse.
I know, and you're like, oh, I'll have a bit of that one. I'll try a bit of that one, and then the guy's like $90-something, and I was like, that's insane. I'll pay for it and just never come back.
Here's the thing. I'm not like judging tea drinkers because I do enjoy tea, but there is nothing worse than someone being like, I don't drink coffee, just tea. Oh, is it? Okay. So how long is this Fringe show until I can just get you your tea? Like, you know exactly what I'm talking about.
100%. There's a white wall in the background with a doorway, and she's just sitting at the table with the tea to start it off.
Ugh.
Silence for the first minute and a half. Just dipping.
Like my house was a tea house. It was tea always. There was never coffee. So you woke up and you had a cup of tea. But we never made it. There wasn't fucking pomp and circumstance, okay? If we were at a family's house and coffee was available, we drank the coffee because no one cared.
In this lady's Fringe show where she's just in the center stage dipping a tea, there's a revolving thing in front of her where a little child in a dollhouse comes out and they're just playing tea time. She's like, that was me.
That was me. Yeah, exactly. I'm Lisa.
That's where it all began. Yeah. My love of Earl Grey.
Yeah. Can you believe I haven't had a date for 5 years? I can guess a few reasons why. And I love tea. Don't get me wrong.
I was on Tinder and I found a man named Earl. So guess what I did? You're right. Swipe right immediately.
I brewed him for 10 minutes. I can't. I will tell you, they're on TikTok with all these young, like Gen Zers. A huge personality trait is like, my iced coffee. And I was like, okay, go get diarrhea.
Iced coffees are good though.
Yeah, but get a hobby too, right? Like if I had a teen, I'd be, and they were like,
play lacrosse.
I'm drinking. Yeah, go play lacrosse. Like, don't just like be on TikTok stirring your iced coffee. Like, kick a ball too, or sing a song or something. Don't just be a coffee person.
You know, go to Shoppers Drug Mart, hang out for a bit.
It's like Diet Coke people too. They're like, I need a Diet Coke. Where's my Diet Coke? I need but like, you know what I'm talking about? Like those types of people.
Yeah, sure.
Who else? No, I'm kidding. No, but you know when like someone's beverage is like, because here's the thing, and you know this, when you get married or like there's like a big function for you,
yeah,
you get reduced down to like the one thing people know about you.
Yeah.
And for me, it's always been like birthdays and stuff. It's always been Subway, which is hilarious. Those are the jokes. Yeah.
Yeah.
But like,
mine's Big Man's Pizza, but I did that to myself, and
you did that to yourself.
I'll stick with that. No problem.
But see, I like this. This is landing. Jenny gets it. Diet Coke people, and it's not like you people who enjoy Diet Coke. There's Diet Coke people that like. It's always on the desk. They like.
Yep, Megan's on the defense already. I drink Diet Coke and iced coffee, but it's not my entire personality.
No, we're not calling people. Listen, we are garbage people. I couldn't look at a map and tell you anywhere in Toronto, but could I tell you the names of celebrities' dogs? Of course. We've all filled our cup again with different things.
Yeah. I wish all of our cups were transparent so we could just be like, oh, that's you. Okay, great.
Exactly. Now, I love iced coffee. Don't get me wrong. But when you go online, like there'll be people like, there's a few influencers on YouTube that I'll sometimes watch. And they're like, before anything, gotta get my coffee. I can't do anything without my coffee. I need my DC. I can't do anything without my DC. I'm like, ugh.
Do you know what we haven't talked about yet?
What?
Did you watch Saturday Night Live this weekend?
Can I tell you, I didn't know that they had an episode coming out.
They did.
And what happened?
Cecily Strong did your character. Of course they were going to do it.
But like, guess who else did it? Amy Schumer.
It was there for the take. Like, of course, instantly it's a drunk person that's you're like,
I know, I should have gotten on it. Maybe I would have been famous. And I agree, Jan. The pen is too much for me too, but I've been really calling a lot of people out. Now I'm feeling bad. Can you drop the pen? Yeah, I hate this.
Okay.
Can I just be honest with you? It looks like a basement pen, so it's like grimy.
I'm in a basement.
I know, but it looks like a pen that everyone's put in their mouth while they were playing Balderdash or something.
Yeah. Oh, geez. Let me think of this one.
Oh, I'm not calling anyone out for drinking Diet Coke, but you know what I mean. There's a character on Salt Lake City. Her name is Jen, and she talks about Diet Coke all the time. If you've watched Salt Lake, you know exactly what I'm talking about. And she's always like, can you get me a Diet Coke, please? And she's teaching her son to drive. So they're driving and then they go to a 7-Eleven and he parks and she's like, you did an amazing job. Can you go in and get me a 16-ounce Diet Coke? That's what she talks. It's like, she's a Diet Coke person. Like, it's Diet Coke or bust. See, thank you, Megan. I cannot with Jen and her Diet Coke.
Here's the thing. All of you can drink Diet Coke, but the second you call it a 16-ounce Diet Coke, you know you've gone too far. If you're labeling the sizes of these things to go purchase at a 7-Eleven, then you know, like, yeah,
it's the same as like. Here's the problem. I drink shitty beer. I drink Michelob Ultra because it's low calorie. Who am I kidding? Not my stomach. It's there.
I had one 2 nights ago.
They're good, right?
That's what my dad drinks, so it's here in the basement.
This is why your dad and I love each other.
Mm-hmm. Same beer.
They're nice. Same beer. But like, the second I start calling it Michelob, I'm a Michelob girl. Now when I go to parties, they're like, Stacy's Michelobs are in the fridge, whatever, whenever we could have parties. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, but like Jen on Salt Lake is just like, she's like, I love Diet Coke. And then in the morning, you'll see morning scenes where she's driving at 8 a.m. She's like, I need a Diet Coke. It's just always Diet Coke.
Have you ever had a part of your life where it was like, you know, like when you get introduced to a whole bunch of people all at once, like say it's the beginning of like university or something, and then maybe you're in a trend for like a week, but then everyone's going to be like, oh, you're that person. And then it's like, it's sort of
have you met
define you?
Have you met either of us? We're always coming in going, like the door opens and I'm like, I'm vegan now. And then the door opens and Jason's like, I'm on Bernstein's. And then the door opens and we're like, we're not doing gluten. And then the door opens and it's like keto all the way.
Yeah.
Like,
but what I mean is like, now those people know you as that person. So then like they see someone like 3 years later and they go, oh, what happened to your friend? You know, the vegan one. And then you're like,
oh, she makes candles now.
No, but it's like, they don't even know who you are. And then they figure it out. They go, Jason, vegan? Well, that was like a week in 2014. That's when your friend met me.
Yeah.
but never vegan in my life. But I might have done it for like a week, and then someone goes, "Oh yeah, you're that guy, the vegan guy." Fuck
I I have to say we have a new chatter. Alexi says long time, first time. Diet Coke is far inferior to Pepsi Max.
Pepsi over Coke every time.
Welcome to the chat, first of all. And that is an amazing comment because I'm such a Pepsi girl. I had a huge addiction to Pepsi. I had to cut it out. I can't.
I don't drink pop or soda anymore, really. Like it's
and Haley,
very
yes,
rare.
I'm pretty sure we say it wrong. I think it's Michelob, but I call it Michelob. Michelob.
Oh yeah, it's Michelob for sure.
Yeah. Damn, it's just a crisp, cool beer. You can just throw that down.
Because there's been commercials and they're like, yeah, Michelob. For sure it's Michelob.
There have been. I know friends who call it the Ulch. The Ulch. Michelob Ultra. What a terrible name. It should just be like, you want to pretend to be thin?
Well, it's the same with Diet Coke. It's the same with all of those things. It's like, don't use the cheat version, man. Just have the real one and know you're cheating.
No, but yeah, that's the thing, right?
Yeah.
I mean, if I'm going to do a pop now, I'm doing full Pepsi. But I had to cut Pepsi out in university. And then I substituted it for iced
University
tea.
is not the time to cut anything out.
I needed to. It was I was getting liters.
Yeah. Can you stop in and give me the 2 liter?
Can I get a quick little Pepsi Max 2 liter bottle, please? That's what she sounds
And
like.
a long straw.
Not a recyclable one, a plastic one, a huge one so I can put it in my bottle.
You got any Christmas wrapping paper? I'll just take a tube out of that.
I don't know. You need to watch Salt Lake.
I know, and trust me, how can I watch it while I'm here in Canada? What's it
I'll
on?
give you my password for Hey You.
Hey. Oh, yeah, okay.
So you can catch up because it's so good. It's
Great.
really, really quite the show. I would love for us to do recaps on Wednesdays. Yeah. Oh my God. Casino Royale in Vegas has $1 Michelobs.
Fuck yeah. Well, yeah, I'll drink that. If you're in Vegas, like, there's drink specials all over the place.
Can I tell you, I love a Corona as well. And those things go down. Like, I can't have them in my house because
Nice.
they're going down way too fast. They go like
It's something about a clear bottle, which actually isn't as good for the beer. It's actually worse for the beer, but like there's
Totally.
something about that just makes it seem more
you
I
throw
don't
the
know,
lime in there.
refreshing, and you're just like, fuck yeah.
I
You know
once
why
saw-
they throw the lime in there? Apparently,
Why?
originally the lime was thrown in to kill any bacteria.
Oh, well, it's just tasty. I can't imagine it without a lime.
I don't know. I heard that from somewhere. It's probably wrong, anyways.
I
Corona
saw my
with
mom.
lemon is good. Okay,
nice.
let's jump on that.
My mom used to
Shandy.
crush Coronas. She'd just be like, I drink these like water. She would just chug a full bottle.
Sit by the above ground pool and crush Coronas.
Oh my God, how good does that sound?
That's great.
I'm really trying to get in shape though right now, so that I can't. I'm back on something. So
Beautiful.
well, we'll see. I don't know. I feel like I'm hitting rock bottom.
We all are. It's like
I
this is
know.
we are still going to be in a pandemic a year into it. Did anyone imagine that a
Alexi, you
year
are
into this? We're gonna be-
sorry. I was thinking that in my head, but then I thought maybe we were moving on. But I'm really glad you said this. So this is like you're such an MVP right now. The baby Coronas can get out of here.
You know what? I don't know
Who's
them, but
drinking those?
here's the thing. I am for this purpose
because
only.
you're putting it upside down in a margarita.
No, but I'd do that too. Except no, I'd put the real bottle upside down. But I was gonna say, like, if you were like
What?
going somewhere, let's do a
Okay.
drinking game where it's like you all just have like these little tiny bottles of Corona.
No.
Yeah, I'm in. I've never seen a baby Corona. Like, how small are these? bottles of
They're
Corona?
they're like half a bottle. So like a Corona bottle, it's not really that much beer even. It's not even a pint.
That's why it's like every time this happens, just go boom. Okay, great, that one's gone. You got to drink 150 of them though by the end of the night.
Do you remember when we went for drinks that one time at the bar? Hold on, I'm gonna explain. Do you already know what I'm talking about?
No, because that could start 160 of our
You know
stories.
what? Hold on. And you got the high percentage beer, like the really high one.
By accident.
No, not
Then
by
I don't know. I
accident.
don't remember this then.
And
What bar were we at? Let's start off there. Was this Bar Hop?
no,
Oh, okay.
it was Town Crier, and you had the high percentage beer.
Yeah, actually,
And
I do remember this.
and you didn't get a lot of. You were like, "What the fuck?" Because you didn't get a lot of Like we were all getting pints of beer because it was like
It was
5%.
a little cherry beer or something like that.
Yeah, and you got like a 10% beer, and it came in like a shandy glass.
Yeah, nice.
And you were like, "What is this?" And you were just like, "Boom!" And then you're like, "I think I'll get another one of
I
those."
do remember this. I got really drunk that night.
You were so funny. But remember, you were like out the window being like, "Hey, what's up?"
Oh, that's that night. When you say out the window, you're talking about a taxi cab when I was out driving down the street.
Yeah.
Yep,
This was before Uber.
Yeah. Because weren't we going somewhere with somewhere? Oh no, but our director was in the cab with us.
We were going home, and he was like, "Jason." It was so funny.
How I was not in the middle seat blows my mind.
How we allowed that to happen is also beyond me. Elizabeth says, "Drunk Jason sounds like a blast. He is layered."
I have friends that'll only hang out with me if I'm drunk because they're like, "That guy's fun." The other guy, I don't know.
That's not true. We've hung out sober and not, and you're both great. But you drunk is like, "We're partying," and then there's a moment of like, "I'm gonna walk off the skirt with bluffs later tonight." Tonight's hit. We better burn it to the ground because I will not be here tomorrow.
Whoa,
Yeah.
when did Say What comes into this? Ayo, Say What?
Love Say What.
Yeah,
Lindsay.
is it still there? It's gone, isn't it?
I don't know. Who's to say? I love that this is such a classic Regulars episode because we just start Mondays off, not with the news, not with pop culture. We're just like, hey, remember drinking? Hey, remember high percentage alcohols? Remember Pepsi Max?
I mean, we can get into some news. You want some dumb stories? Do you want to talk
Well,
about
I have
that?
some news that I'd like to bring up that I think is pretty funny. First, Snake King says that that they have felt that they've hit rock bottom. And while keeping in mind Monday, the 28th of December, the kick-ass phase must start. So I guess...
What happened? I missed that.
Snake King's getting on a fitness track.
I wish I could do that.
I think you can.
My back is... I can't walk most days right now.
Yeah, but you're not... It's because you don't listen...
I do. I listen 100%.
To the cans. You don't hear what's in the cans.
I hear what's in the cans.
You need to adjust how you can work out. I don't know what.
I went to physio and got literally exercises from physio to do. And
did they just draw a tub and say, "Get in here"?
No, they say walk it
Do you have
off.
one of these? Do you have one of these at home? So it's like this, and there's like a dip in it. You put some salts in it.
We don't have one right now. It's in a basement. We're in a basement.
Lindsay says that she's moved out of Toronto, but they found their own new Say What in Halifax.
Oh, nice. Halifax is beautiful.
What I would give to go to Halifax for a little bit. Be nice.
Yeah.
So news that... Sorry, go ahead.
No, I was going to say, what's these news stories?
Oh, I just have a news story. Elizabeth says, this podcast makes me want to move to Canada. It is fun here, I will tell you, Elizabeth, and we would welcome you with open arms. But I wanted to say, we have been talking about this, but we haven't brought it up in the podcast. But there is another Regulars in
the world.
Mix.
In the world.
In the world.
I think there's two. But there's one big one, yeah.
So I sort of handle like the YouTube and whatever. Mm-hmm. And I was doing a little upload and I'm like, what is going on with the Regulars? And guess what? There's a bigger channel of adult video game people who have decided to come together with a channel called The Regulars. Now, they for sure looked up the name and saw us and was like, whatever.
Yeah, it's really upsetting you.
It's not upsetting me. I think it's hilarious. They have 1 trillion views. And I thought I would bring it up. We have a competitor in the mix.
Yeah. I don't see it as competition. I see it as we're all one. It's going to be a party now. We're all going to become friends.
See, Rob says, yeah, they're in his recommended videos.
Get the fuck out of here. Oh,
so I just thought
God.
Maybe on Fridays we can do a wrap up of what's going on with the Regulars. Maybe it can be a new segment for us, just what's going on with Biff and the gang.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Stacey is the legal department. You get Stacy in a pantsuit. We're going to come in. We're going to have a whole like judge and jury, and it's going to be great.
Get Stacy in a pantsuit. Yeah. Get Stacy out of a pantsuit is the harder question. Yeah, see, here we go. Cirillo's on it. Maybe you could do a guest post with each other, cross promotion. Well, listen, this is a message to the regulars. Hello, welcome. We've made the water warm. I hope you're enjoying the pool.
We've peed in this pool.
We've peed in the pool, but we're cool. And hey.
You want to talk about video games? Sure. We'll talk about ones that we think would be cool. It might
Mario
be completely
Kart.
Made up. Mario Kart. Cool.
Mario Kart's pretty fun. I was playing Animal Crossing for a while. That was great in season 1 of
Are you already
quarantine.
done?
No, I'm just like, you get over things. Jan goes, can we find out what happened to Jason's kidnapper microphone issue? Oh my God, totally. And yeah, Jason, are you making notes?
Yeah,
Can
just
you?
a little bit.
I need you to put this pen down.
What pen?
Yeah. Oh, Tasha, this is really sweet. She goes, there's a million video game podcasts. There's only one Stacy and Jason podcast. That's nice.
That's so nice. Here's the thing. I really wish at the end of Friday's episode, because after we got off, Stacy, Rob, and I had a chat, and all I did was go like this. I unplugged the wire and plugged it back in, and my microphone was fine. Yeah.
No, it wasn't, because then it went back. It went back to the deeper voice after we started laughing so much.
That's very possible. But what I'm saying is, like, I really wish I would have during the podcast at the very end, just would have went, oh, that's all it took. That would have been just going back to regular voice.
I have to tell you, yesterday's episode, or Friday's episode, I can't even believe we didn't even touch base on it at the beginning of this podcast. I guess
I honestly don't know how bad it was until I heard it, and that really it ruined me, because I was like, that means that voice is out there.
You didn't like it?
I hated it.
Are you serious? Why? Why do you hate good things?
Oh no, I like the comedy value of it, but like have you ever heard your own voice and go, "Oh God, I sounded rough that day"? I just don't like that as my voice.
But it was a mic issue, and also
I don't. Yeah, I'm just saying, like,
man, you really will find any reason to not like yourself.
Give me a break. You've never like seen like maybe a tape of you in a Second City or something. And you're like, oh man,
no.
I've heard you. Don't say no. I've heard you complain. You're like, oh God.
I never said, oh hey, the stage mic made my voice sound crazy. I'm gonna not like myself for a little bit. You gotta talk to somebody.
All right.
In your mind, Barbara.
We gotta sort what's going on in there.
I'll talk to Jenny Cirillo.
Yeah, I actually would.
Yeah.
I think she would really be supportive and encouraging, and would really walk you through some stuff, because I don't know who would listen to Friday's episode and feel bad for themselves. It was maybe the funniest thing I have ever listened to in my entire life. It was so funny.
It was great. And I don't know what Megan is referring to here, but she's right. And we should just go to a basketball game together or something, or do something and just make appearances.
You know what? Yeah, you're right. I think right now during this pandemic, you and I should find a public basketball game, and we should go in character and sit in the crowd.
Yeah. Mahalo.
Thanks for watching, Lindsay. That's really nice. And Haley was correct. Your face when you realized what you sounded like was amazing.
Oh, well, look, I'm so glad Alexia's popped in today.
I know. Is this nice? Kidnapper Jason kidnapped my heart. Absolutely.
You have two choices. Oh, God.
It was so funny. When I was editing the podcast and then editing clips to put up, I could not stop laughing. Like, I was bawling my eyes out. I had never laughed when you said, "This is not a punk. This isn't a punk." Oh, also, I wanted to say,
here's the sad thing. I'll never be able to get that back, because there's no like switch or anything.
Oh, now you want it back? First you didn't want it back, and now you do want it back?
I don't like the voice. I do not like it.
You know, that's so you, Jason. When you find something that works, you don't want it.
I just didn't like the voice.
Why?
I don't know why, guys. I don't know. It's the same thing as like, oh man, like when it wasn't like you guys were like, oh, this is comic genius. It's like if you got on stage one time and your pants fell down in the back and you didn't know, and then you'd go afterwards and go, why wouldn't you want that to happen again? We were all laughing. It's like, no, I don't want my pants to fall down in the back. That's not why.
First of all, if you went on stage and your pants fell down,
I'd be into that.
I know your pants would fall down every night. So don't you act like poor boy Jason. He had a funny voice. If that happened to anyone, you would want them to do it all the time.
No, I don't want to scare Jan ever again. See?
Oh, because Jan's an enabler, and she enables you. This is how tall you are. Because when she met you, she was like, "You don't need to change at all." And then
She's
you stopped growing.
I don't need to change at all.
You stopped growing, and Jan knows this. Jan knows that she's an enabler too.
I love it.
I know you do. This is why you love her, because you're just like, everyone says I really don't like myself. And she's like, all you can do is what you can do. And you're like, thanks.
But you're saying that like that's bad advice. That's
well,
I think
you're a little too hard on yourself. And I think you try and find things to make yourself feel bad.
I'm all out of water.
And Jameson asks, did you add a soundboard clip? I'm just saying things are in the works. That I leave it at that, and things are in the works. Yeah, so that's all we can say.
Yeah.
So do you have any plans for this week? What's going on as we're wrapping up?
I mean, I'm trapped in a basement, so not a lot of plans.
Yeah, how has quarantine been going for you?
Great. I mean, like it's the same everywhere. We've flown on a plane. It's different now because I can see my parents up the stairs, so we can have conversations. But like, essentially, we're doing very similar things that we were doing in Los Angeles. Like, you're just stuck in a house. It's not like we're going out anywhere. It's not like we're doing anything.
But aren't you excited to like get through quarantine and then not have to see Charlie for like a full day? Just like let him go play with the grandparents, and you can like sit on a couch.
Yeah. I mean, like,
that's gonna be sick.
I say yes because yes, of course. Like I'm just, it's been like a 9 months of, it's like time you'll never ever take for granted because it's like when in life.
Sure. But also,
I mean,
like
there's times it's like great. We've had like such an awesome time, but like, am I tired? Yeah, because he's all alone without a sibling, and he's got so much energy, and it's great. But it's like, it's.
Listen, I love my dogs, but when a friend went and took them for a walk, I was like.
You're right. It'll be nice to have like one
afternoon
when he goes upstairs or something like that, and it's like, oh god, I'm just gonna sit on the couch and do nothing for like a few hours. That's gonna be great.
Yeah, crack a Michelob. Get into the ulch, baby. Yeah, I always think about my dad. Fridays he would pick us up. He'd say, "Your rooms are clean. Please leave me alone. Don't go to jail, and I'll see you when you get home."
I mean, Tasha's putting it right out there. When COVID's over, my kids are going to grandma's for a
Thank you.
month.
Exactly. This is what I'm talking about. This is what I'm talking about. Yeah. I would tell my kids to get them. If they were teens at the very least, I'd be like, when this is over, go away. Exactly. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah. Get the F out of here. Anyways. Yeah. That's not to say you don't love your kids.
No, of course.
I know that you're nervous to say those things about Charlie, but because he's.
I'm not nervous to say anything like that. It's no, not at all.
Tamika, well, give him a sibling. Can you imagine?
Nope.
No. No. The thing is, I think I would have thrived as an only child. Like my siblings are great, but I would have thrived.
Yeah. See, that's the one thing too. Lindsay puts it out there. I love my kids, but I need a dang date night. See, what's going to happen is then you're just going to be like, you're going to wake up 9 months later and be like, well, now there's more kids. Great. Awesome.
We had sex that one time, that 1 year.
Yeah, that's all it takes.
I honestly think if I had kids and through this whole pandemic and I was granted one date, if you think we're having sex, absolutely not. Absolutely not.
What are you doing then? What are you doing for that
If
date?
I was given a date, I'd be like, I'll see you on the other side.
So you'd be like, you go into that movie theater and I'll go somewhere else.
Yeah.
I'm not even watching a movie. You just go to that movie theater.
No, if I was given a date night with my spouse, this is what I would put on the table.
Okay, great.
I'd be like, and if we were able to do this, This is what I'm saying.
The pandemic's over. This is fantasy world. This is everything.
This is fantasy world. Let's like say like the pandemic is still upon us, but it's not like, a bit more lenient.
It's not a dream like, oh, I would just get on a plane and fly somewhere. What would you do in your city?
No. I would to ask my spouse, do you want to get your own hotel room or one together? Because what I would suggest is separate rooms, like just to decompress by yourself. You can do whatever the fuck you want. You want to bring your video games? You want to bring whatever? Hotel room, snacks, meet up maybe for dinner, dress up sexy, have a little cocktail, ooey, ooey. Right? But then I also want time just to myself. I would want to like soak in a big tub, not because of any like, doctor's orders, just because my own orders, maybe get a nice like soaker tub, some like lush bath bombs. Do you just want a
spa day? Is that it? Like, let's just send you to the spa.
Well, I think sometimes when I look at my friends who have kids or, whatever, it's like the times that you get off are usually times together. So you have to go have a date. But sometimes, like I would just want time to myself. And when do you ever get time to yourself?
Again, we can go back to the Charlie thing. That don't happen.
Do you know what I mean?
And then when you do get time to yourself, you're just literally, at least myself, I'm living in a guilt space knowing, well, Jenny's got him right now. I'd actually get back and help out.
Hell yeah. Unrelated. We have a new person in the chat as well. R.I.P. Undertaker 1.
In your mind, Barbara.
Yeah.
Welcome. Tamika says, welcome. We're all mad here. Welcome to the chat. This is so exciting. But I don't know. Am I wrong? People who have kids in the chat and you, like, what do you just want?
No one's going to disagree with you. They're going to be like, hell yeah. Actually, I lied. People are going to disagree with like, no, I don't want to get separate rooms and just spend some time to yourself. You can do that another time. But like,
Lindsay, you freaking queen. She's like, the regulars is my me time. Oh,
see,
nice.
And then the kids go to school. Wow, Charlie's still a bit young for school, and schools aren't open in LA, so he's not been to school at all.
Jenny's right. She goes, so many new people here. We're gonna hit 1K so fast. Ooh.
We're racing the other regulars. We're racing the other regulars to get to 1,000 first. Although I think they're already there.
Oh my God, when the regulars, no, because I'm a crazy person, the regulars have already hit like 100,000 views on their first video. Or they're like, hey, let's talk about video games. That's where we went wrong. That's where we went wrong. We want to talk about our lives and
our
parents
next one will be
and
a Call
kids.
of Duty. Next one we'll do a Call of Duty show.
Oh, I wouldn't even get through 5 minutes.
We can just talk about like, what would you do if you were stuck out in the open woods and you had a gun? What would you do?
I'd be like, okay, obviously, I have no sense of direction, so let's just end it. Tasha says that she wants to go see a band and drink many beers like that.
Yeah.
Can I know what kind of beer?
I'm still looking up shows because I'm just like, I wonder when people are going to start selling tickets again for shows.
I don't think people are even printing tickets right now.
No, but there's a few things that are like, they're selling tickets for July and just in case it happens. Like I saw a thing the other day and I was like, oh, I would maybe go to this show, but yeah, it didn't happen. I didn't buy the tickets.
I see.
Real boring story. That's it. That's how you end an episode, baby.
That's how you end an episode, just with Jason talking about the logistics of tickets. It's still a full... What are you writing down? Nothing. Can I know? No, you are writing stuff down. We're all seeing you, and I don't appreciate you pretending that it's not happening.
Time codes. So...
I need to remove this. I don't think that you can have this responsibility anymore, because if this is what you're going to... It looks like you're taking down my health information.
Yeah, so I'm sorry. Marital status?
Divorced.
Oh, we don't have a box for that.
That's okay. Can you just put single with a sad face inside? People will know. Jan says, sometimes I tell Sheldon, let's pretend we're single and we just watch TV in different rooms. That's so nice. I used to do that with partners. I live with a few partners and I would say, do you want to just have a little decompress? That's what I would always say. A little decompress. And a decompress to us meant like, you can be on your phone or play video games. I'm going to be on my phone or my computer. What are you laughing at?
I'm just laughing at the thought. My thought was when she said that, I'm like, she's going to walk into the other room one time and he's like, she's watching TV. She's like, oh, that was good. Now we'll go back. She opens the door and he's got like a full rave going on by himself with like glasses and he's snorting rails of cocaine. He's like, I thought we were doing what we did when we were single. And I'm like, just picturing Sheldon, the most calm, nice man.
Just partying.
And being like, oh, that was you when you were single?
No.
He's like,
I think that's such a great idea. It's just like this solo decompress is a must. Just because you're stuck in the house all the time, it's like sometimes
Well,
you don't
that's
have
also
to.
though under the condition that we've been in a pandemic where all of us could probably that are in houses with other people. It's like just like one day of solo time would be such
No,
a treat.
but I even before the pandemic, if I was living with someone, I'd be like, let's have a decompress night, and it's like I'm just gonna like do my own thing, and you're gonna do your own thing. I just need kind of time to myself, as if
Yeah.
you don't exist.
Yeah. Elizabeth says we divide TV areas every night. Yeah.
That's
Maybe
nice.
maybe for my relationship I just need another room. Because there is no other room.
Yeah, I will say when you were looking for apartments, I remember a lot of us going, this one doesn't seem like the right one with
It
the
was great.
layout.
It's been great.
You like
awesome.
sleeping underneath the dining room?
Yeah. Underneath the
that?
dining room, yeah.
Like underneath a dining room ceiling fan?
We temporarily moved because we were like trying to jump into Los Angeles, and we're like, we'll stay here for the first year.
I
and then
remember
move
you
out.
being like, "Hey, we looked at this place," and I was like, "I don't know."
We liked that. I'm still very happy we got that place.
Okay,
It's just
then
time to go now.
It's time to go. You need some bedrooms.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Get out of there.
Well, friends, listen, we really did it. This What a Monday. I want to just thank everyone who has joined the chat, everyone who has been in the chat. We are on the road to another movie madness situation.
Yes.
We are so close to 600, which is great. We are growing, which is so exciting. We'll be back on Wednesday. And we'll do some shenanigans.
Are you going to bring your dossier in for Wednesday, or are we saving that for when Mr. Casual's here?
I'll bring my dossier.
Bring the dossier.
I'm also sad it's already over. It really flew by today.
Yeah.
It really did. Thanks, Amanda. Hell of a Monday episode. I want to end on this. Lindsay goes, I bought my husband a bunch of video games for Christmas and he has to play them in the basement. Might be a winner for our marriage. Exactly. I think it's great. We all got to take time for ourselves.
It also shows that because it's for Christmas, it hasn't come yet. She's very confident that her husband is not listening to our podcast.
That's okay.
Yeah.
Who needs them? This is our solo time. So if you needed a reminder today,
this is our solo time.
If you can find a solo moment for yourself today, indulge, whether that's a donut in a closet or a bath because the doctor told you so. Whatever it is, make the most out of it.
Yeah.
Oh my God, a donut in the bath. The thing that I would need to make that bath okay is I would need the water to at least be able to cover my boobs. So then it's covered and then I can have the donut.
Like one of those cool old school tubs that have like the cool feet on it, but they also have like a table across the top of it, so you can like dip into it and then have like a spaghetti dinner in the tub.
You know, I went to a Prince concert once and one of our friends ordered spaghetti and it had spaghetti and meatballs during a Prince concert, and it's still one of the funniest things that I've ever experienced. Yeah, but
come back.
I think it started as a bit, but then the spaghetti was actually good. So then legitimately was eating spaghetti during a Prince concert. Yeah, this Monday really flew by. I'm so excited for Wednesday. We adore you all. Get a donut in a tub. Yep. Just enjoy yourself because you're worth it. So take your time. Anything that you need to add, Jason?
No, I think I can't wait for Wednesday, and I can't wait, obviously, for Friday. Mr. Casual Friday coming back.
Absolutely. So if you're listening to this, you can check out the show at youtube.com/theregulars. You can get into the live chat and be welcomed by some of the best people that you'll ever meet. And you can follow us at The Regulars Podcast on Instagram. We do have a fake account on TikTok, so then I was forced to add a real one at The Regulars Pod. If you're on TikTok, you can follow us. And if you made that
okay,
and if you made that fake account, hey, take it down.
Maybe it was the other Regulars guys, and they just put that up there.
Yeah, they're messing with us on their channel. Who knows? Anyways, it's not a big deal, but we will see you all on Wednesday. We adore you all. Be safe and see you on Wednesday. Bye.